So this boils down to your customers, right? I mean, if you're not serving your customers, if they're not happy, you're not in business, plain and simple. So you have to provide excellent customer service. My analogy is, I don't care if you call me, if you email me, if you Facebook me, or send me a smoke signal. If you send it, I'm responding. It doesn't matter. I see a fail, a business fail, when I go to someone's business page and somebody has asked a question or provided a referral and there's no answer. They're not paying attention. I personally have given referrals on Facebook and never heard back. If you have a telephone, you respond to those voicemails. If you have email, you respond. It's the same with all of these tools. Why this is important is if your customers prefer Twitter, use Twitter. If your customers like Flickr, you should have a Flickr account. You need to be where they are. It's not about what you want. This is you knowing your market. I may be very different than my market, and in fact, I am. I love computers, and I know a lot about them. But my focus is to work with people that don't understand them, are confused, and are scared. So I need to make sure that the language that I use is appropriate for my audience. The tools that I use are easy to use, easy to understand, and are comfortable for them. It's not about what I want. I love Twitter, but my clients aren't on Twitter. So I don't use it nearly as much as I use Facebook, as an example. My clients prefer Facebook. I also have to understand, if I'm using Facebook, that they don't want long, in-depth articles about statistics of use on the internet. They want cute pictures. They want fun tidbits. I did ask my clients, why are you a fan of my Facebook page? And one of the responses I got that was very important was, I really like the how-tos that you provide. So I have to remind myself every once in a while how to take a screen cap. And I give them information on how to make a screen cap. Or I give them information on how to adjust your profile picture on Twitter. Most people that use Facebook don't use Twitter. So understanding the culture of the room is also very important. I'll get into that. But you've got traditional phone. Hopefully, maybe you have something that resembles a phone. It could be a cell phone. It could be a web phone, like Skype. That's a whole other category. So web phones have the advantage of you don't have to have a phone line in the wall. If you're using Skype as an example, it's a free tool. If you're using it just web-based, you can pay for it, but you don't have to. So you and I can Skype to Skype for free. What's even better about Skype than a traditional phone is that we have the ability to web chat. I can see you. If you have a camera and I have a camera, and many computers that are built today have built-in cameras, so you don't even have to go to the extra step of adding hardware. So we can see each other. I have a client in North Carolina. I gave her a lesson, just like I'm giving you, through Skype. I forgot about halfway through that we weren't in the same room. I could see her. I could see her nonverbal communication. I could see that maybe something didn't make sense. I could see that she was excited and that she really liked what we were talking about. I was also able to share documents with her. The documents that are sitting in front of you, you can see. I was able to share them with her online. So the ability to communicate with each other, tremendously important. I particularly find audio a tough category. I'm not good without being able to see you. So Skype for me is preferable. I want to see if you understand what I'm talking about. I also need to look for natural pauses in conversation. I can't get that on the phone. You ever do that on a cell phone? I do that all the time. Then you have live chat. Say you're booking an airline flight and you have a question about you're booking a connecting flight and am I gonna make it from this one to this one in time? How big is that airport? If you've ever had a connecting flight where you have to run a mile with your bag, if you have the ability to live chat with a sales associate, take that opportunity. Now, if this is a feature that might be useful for you on your website, think about that. If live chat is something that your customers would want, if the service that you provide, live chat would make sense for you. That's a feature that you can easily be incorporated. Again, that's the beauty of these interactive tools that are now available to you. The cost of them is going down. Beyond live chat, of course, you have social channels. When I need customer service, where do I go? I could pick up the phone, I could email, but I'm finding increasingly the fastest way for me to get service is to use maybe Twitter or Facebook. I had a problem with Constant Contact. There was some issue with code. I couldn't figure out what was wrong, something wasn't working. text to join. They had a feature called text to join so that you can sign up for my email list. Just put in a cute little text. And I was able to give them a response that said, "You rock, you're awesome. Thanks for signing up for my list." I wanted it to be a little personal, but something wasn't working right. How am I going to reach them? Twitter. @Constant Contact. I need help. Text to join isn't working. They had just sent me an email that said sign up for text to join. I clicked on the email, signed up, didn't work. So they got back to me within about 1 minute, and the answer came from another account. They were listening. So they forwarded it to another account, their tech support account, and they worked back and forth and back and forth and back and forth like a phone. They logged into my account, they fixed something minor. We had it fixed within about 10 minutes. There's just no other way I could have gotten customer service that fast. So yes, it's hard to find a phone number, but truthfully, a phone is a disruptive form of technology. If you are using technology that's not disruptive, like Twitter, and it allowed me to continue working at my desk, doing my job while they typed their response, I wasn't disrupted. I was able to continue with my job. So there are many people that are worried that the world is going into a very negative place with all of these tools. I say there's more opportunity. Look for those opportunities. There can be some tremendous ways that you can serve your clients. Self-service support is great. An example could be YouTube. I mentioned that when you upload a YouTube video, to make sure to list your name, your business name, your web address, including the HTTP, so that it's a clickable link and any keywords that are appropriate. I was on a website, a YouTube channel, Carmen Music. This is the beauty of YouTube. 2 young kids doing covers of very popular songs. Awesome channel, Carmen, Karmin music.com. Blow you away. So these 2 from Carnegie Mellon University got together, creating wonderful music. They have clickable links up at the top of their channel. You can only have clickable links that go to another YouTube channel, so it goes to their original channel. They have one for covers and one for original work. I wanted to know how to do that. How did they do that? So what did I do? I went to YouTube. The number 2 category of information that's included on YouTube: music, education. I've gone to YouTube to learn how to make clickable links within YouTube videos, how to tie a toga. Try and read that. How do you read that? I watched a young woman do a demonstration on how to tie a toga for a man and a woman. I had a toga party I needed to go to. My husband was shucking an oyster. I said, "Stop! You're gonna kill yourself, stop." 30 seconds later, I had a professional video of a chef from YouTube showing me how to shuck an oyster. You know what the solution was? Wrap a towel around it. Done. There's self-service websites out there that will allow you to answer your questions. YouTube is a visual format, excellent way to teach. You have frequently asked question websites. There's another, Quora, Quora. It's a great site because you can ask a question like, what's the best time management software for a Mac platform? I'm still getting answers for that question several months later. There's a variety of places that you can ask questions, but I say one of the most powerful things you can do is admit you need help. You can't know everything. So there's a wide variety of places that you can go and get information. Quora is a great one. YouTube is pretty amazing. There are a lot of videos, and especially if it's tech related, learning how to adjust your Twitter background, learning how to put a clickable link in a YouTube video, all those kinds of things, specifically tech-based, very useful. One of the most powerful questions that I've ever asked is, how do you prefer that I communicate with you? The response usually will surprise you. I have a client that has COPD, he has difficulty breathing, has no use for text messaging, but he would call me labored for breath and try and explain to me what it is he needed, and he's very articulate. It took him a very long time to say what he needed to say. I said to him one day, "Have you thought about texting me the information?" And he said he didn't even know if he could text from his phone. 30 seconds later, I taught him how to text. 3 or 4 years later, that's the only way we communicate. It helps him stay healthy. Ask your clients, ask your customers, how do you prefer that I communicate with you? It's about effectiveness, not always speed. I asked a client, how do you prefer I communicate with you? She said, by email. And I realized, 3 years of working together, we'd never spoken on the phone. And now I know why. She will never answer her phone. Period. most effective way to communicate with them. That's the most important part.